Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my solo founder journey where I'm building a smart chore management SaaS from the ground up. After spending the last few episodes deep in the backend, I'm super excited to finally jump into something a bit more visual, the WebApp frontend. Today, the goal is simple. I want us to go from a blank screen to a first version of the web dashboard with proper navigation, real data from the API, and some working auth logic. Basically, take the first real step towards something almost usable. But before we dive into the tech stuff, let's take a small detour and unbox my brand new keyboard. This is the Royal Kludge S98. Until now, I was using a Logitech MX Keys Mini. Great keyboard, but I started missing the numpad, especially for productivity stuff. Quick note if you didn't know, I'm French, and here in France we use an ISO layout with AZERTY. But in the custom keyboard world, that's basically impossible to find. So yeah, I'm currently rocking a beautiful Dutch layout for now. Let's do a little sound test just for fun. Okay, quick update. I just received some new keycaps for the keyboard. And look at this beauty now. I'm really liking the new vibe, super clean, super creamy. Let me know what you think of the new look down in the comments. I'm curious. Also, if you're enjoying this solo founder journey so far, take a second to drop a like, leave a quick comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps push the project forward and keeps me motivated to keep sharing everything with you. Now let's jump back into the front end. Alright, today's goal is to set up the web interface. What we want for the web app is a clean, admin-style dashboard. Let's map this out in Figma real quick. The idea here is to build a clean and simple dashboard. Navigation and account settings go on the left, and the rest of the screen? That's where all the data lives. We'll use datatables to manage each object super efficiently. Homes, rooms, chores, all neat and easy to browse. And for the more visual side, we've got the main dashboard. This is where we'll show some key stats split into different sections. First section, all the chores we still need to do, kind of like a to-do feed. Each chore will be shown with a widget with a name, the room, the quick description, and when we need to do it. If the number is red, it's that we are late. And if it's green, it's because we need to do it in X days. If nothing is shown, it's because we did it today. Second section could be graphs showing who's done what across each home, great for tracking contributions and keeping things fair. Alright, time to bring this idea to life. Step 1. Create the project. We just run the command npm create vite at latest Housework frontend. We select the React framework with a TypeScript variant, and that's it. We can now open the folder. Then we install our extra dependencies, things like MUI, React Router, and a few others. Once that's done, we launch the dev server, and boom, we're ready to start building. First thing on the list, the navigation sidebar. I already took care of setting up the minimal config to plug everything nicely into MUI toolpad. Since we're using toolpad, all we need is a simple JavaScript object to define our navigation tabs. But in our case, we want that nav to be fully personalized for the currently logged in user. To do that, we call the homes endpoint. This returns all the homes the user is part of, whether as an owner or a member, and for each home, we also get its rooms. We also throw in a global dashboard tab at the top of the list. And while all of this is loading, we show a default loading navigation to keep things smooth for the user. Now let's check if everything works the way we want. I added a little delay just to make sure we actually see the loading state for a second. If all goes well, we should see 7 homes pop up, each with multiple rooms inside. We get the loading message, and boom, perfect! Our homes are showing up! Now that we've got a working navigation bar with dynamic data, next up would be the CRUD features, but I'll keep that for the next episode. Right now, I want to quickly show you how I've set up the auth system in the front end. Just a quick reminder, Housework is primarily built as a mobile app. This web dashboard is more of a nice to have, so yeah, The auth flow isn't fully optimized for web, it's really tailored for mobile use. Toolpad makes it pretty easy to plug in session handling, but if you've checked the docs, you'll notice that it's mostly centered around Next.js. So I had to freestyle a bit, mix in some logic, and let's be honest, get a hand from GPT. The setup is fairly simple. Toolpad expects a session object plus two methods sign in and sign out. Our sign in method just redirects to the login page. The sign out one clears the token, resets the session object, and sends the user back to login. To actually know if a user is logged in and to secure our routes, I'm relying on session storage. Yeah, it's not the most secure approach, but for this use case, I think it's the best balance. Every time we hit a protected route, we call the API using the stored token. If it returns valid data, we let the user through. Otherwise, boom, redirect to login. And of course, if you have any better ideas or tips, feel free to drop them in the comments. Alright, that's it for today. Next time, we'll dive into the CRUD side of things and really start bringing life to this dashboard. As always, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave a comment, even just to say hi, it helps a lot. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep following this solo founder journey. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.